Now, did you know that the busiest day for 999 calls is New Year's Eve? So, how can you stay safe at this time of year? Well, I'm joined now by the former Metropolitan Police Detective, Peter Bleksley. Peter, thank you very much for your time. I see you wearing an apron. Have you got to get off and get some cooking done after this?
All in good time, yes. The turkey has not been carved yet. Can you believe it? So we're going to be eating rather late this evening. So the festivities will be going on long into this evening, and we're having a joyous time.
Well, very good to hear it, Peter. Very Merry Christmas. No, but Peter, when we talk about issues of law and order, and I've had conversations with you on this channel many times before, but it seems to be becoming more unsafe. Do you think people should be more vigilant than ever when it comes to going out on New Year's Eve and, dare I say, having one or two shandies?
Most definitely. Politicians and senior police officers will trawl the line that we've never been safer. However, professors who study crime statistics and really know what they're talking about will tell you repeatedly that crime statistics are the easiest to manipulate. So taking all of that as a background, because I travel almost every day into London and much further afield and engage with the great British public, all I hear time and time again are tales of people becoming victims of crime, whether that's a burglary, vehicle crime, robbery, theft, or some other kind of unpleasantness, and of course, not to forget fraud. I hear these tales all the time, and consequently, I firmly believe that the great British public have a fear of crime. Many of them do, and it is well-founded, but we have to fight against the untruths that people will tell us that we've never been safer.
Yes. So why is it then, Peter, what do you think actually explains the fact that we are experiencing an upsurge in crime, whether that be burglary, muggings on the streets? I mean, I can't tell you how many friends, just the other week, actually, I heard that a friend of mine was threatened with a knife if he didn't hand over his phone and his wallet. I mean, this seems to be happening more and more. That's just anecdotal, but the evidence does suggest that it's happening far too much.
And it certainly is, and younger people are being robbed at knife point for their jackets or their trainers, if they've got the brands that these thieves are after. And it is, quite frankly, an epidemic of crime, which leaves many, many people living in fear of becoming a victim. Now, one of the reasons that the criminals rule the streets is because some years ago, the police quite simply surrendered the streets to the criminals when they stopped patrolling. Now, the police will tell you that was born out of necessity, that they all had to get into vehicles because the demand of 999 calls was so high that they went from one call to another, to another, to another. And, of course, some foolish learned people and some senior police officers will tell you that officers patrolling the streets on foot does not prevent crime. That's a nonsense, but it falls into a bit of an academic argument. The bottom line is, if you speak to any of the 800 plus retail staff who get assaulted every single day of the week, let's just ponder that number.
Yeah.
Over 800 retail staff assaulted every day, not to mention the thievery that goes on, then it's clear to see that the streets have been surrendered to criminal elements. They need to be regained. They need once again to be made a hostile environment for criminals. But quite when that is going to happen, I'm sadly not sure when it'll be.